What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sideline Sports. I'm back in Cali now. I was away visiting some in-laws for a couple weeks in Florida, so that's why you probably haven't seen me do as many podcasts as usual. But here, I'm back in Cali, ready to get back at it and start doing some podcasts, guys. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Come on in, let's talk Warriors basketball. And remember, tomorrow we're going to get back to the normal schedule of Niners talk on Monday and the Deebo Samuels trade that's imminent to the Commanders. We'll talk about whether that's a good or bad thing and where the Niners go from there. But right now, let's talk a little bit about Warriors. Last night, they played the 76ers and they lost 119-126. It's okay to drop a game here or there when you're playing as good as the Warriors are. They've won, I believe, 8 out of the last 10 games. Ever since Jimmy Butler has signed with the team, they have gone off and just gone on a tear. I think they're one of the best teams in the NBA right now since signing Jimmy Butler. They're just a really, really awesome, fun team to watch. And guys, don't get too worried about dropping the game to the 76ers on the road, because you're going to drop a road game here and there every once in a while. They're on a good trajectory to possibly get into that number 6 seed. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit, but let's break down some numbers here a little bit. Moses Moody was in for 38 minutes, and he had 10 points. Draymond Green, 36 minutes, 13 points. Quentin Post still putting up good numbers as a rookie center. I love this guy. I love where he's going. I think he's going to be with the Warriors long term. He can hit the three. His defense is starting to come around. He's a presence in the middle of the court. And just overall, I think Quentin Post, the Warriors landed on a great pick with him somehow. But either way, 25 minutes and 16 points, great for a rookie. Steph Curry, 36 minutes, 29 points. He's still going off and doing his thing. Podziemski was off last night. He had 25 minutes in and only 5 points. Gary Payton II put in some meaningful minutes last night. I really appreciated watching him come in and try and energize the team a little bit. 23 minutes and 15 points. Guy Santos stepped it up a little bit, 17 minutes and 14 points. Pretty good. He usually is just a little bit south of that, but not bad. Buddy Hield is still a hit and miss. More miss than hit. 17 minutes and 6 points. And then, it just kind of rounds off down the court. But either way, guys, as you can see, the Warriors were off a little bit with shooting last night. It's okay to have an off night. It's okay. Some of these guys played some meaningful minutes and scored some meaningful points, which is what I like without Jimmy Butler. Without Jimmy Butler, you can see how close these games are. With Jimmy Butler, you can see the impact that he has on this Warrior team. I cannot talk enough about how great of a trade this actually ended up being. I thought he was going to be a meaningful, impactful player for the Warriors, but I could never have guessed that he was going to be this impactful. So be happy we got Butler. He'll probably be back in the next game against the Hornets, I believe. One player we're still missing out on is Jonathan Kuminga. And I have been I won't say that I've been negative and down on Jonathan Kuminga. What I'm saying is he hasn't earned his money yet. So in the offseason, I'm not giving him $225 million. That being said, when Kuminga comes back, it's going to be fun because he is going to definitely elevate this team to another level, even with Jimmy Butler, and we're going to see some fireworks, guys. This team is going to go off and start looking like a championship-ready team this year with Kuminga back on the court. I believe he'll be back for the Hornets on Monday, but we'll see what they haven't been cleared. He hasn't been cleared yet, but he's been practicing, and I think he's pretty much ready to go right now. That's what I think. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's back on Monday against the Hornets. We'll get a boost there. But overall, guys, Warriors looking good. Not a great game to drop. I mean, the 76ers are not playing good basketball, but they had dropped quite a few prior to playing against the Warriors last night. So there had to be a get-right game for the 76ers at some point. They still didn't play amazing basketball, but the Warriors lost the game in the second quarter and the fourth quarter, basically. In the second quarter, the 76ers outscored the Warriors by about 15 points or so, a little less than 15 points, and then they outscored the Warriors by a point in the fourth quarter. The Warriors outscored the 76ers in the third quarter, and they both scored 30 in the first. So it really was the second quarter that really did the Warriors in a little bit here. But a close game, 119-126. And again, the 76ers had to get a get-right game at some point. They were losing a lot of games. The Warriors are on the road, so it doesn't actually surprise me the Warriors drop this game. I think they're going to come back on Monday and play a great game against the Hornets and get back on track. So, guys, right now, if you take a look at the Warriors' schedule, it's very favorable, and I do think the Warriors can win a lot of these games. I mean, let's just take a look at what we got going on here. We got the Hornets on Monday, and then let's see what we got. Let's scroll up here. Sorry, guys. Just taking a look at the schedule right now. So we got the Hornets. Then we got the Knicks. Very tough team. I think the Warriors can hold their own against the Knicks. We'll see. That's a tough team right now. They're playing good basketball. The Nets, the Warriors should win. The Pistons, the Warriors should win that game. The Trailblazers, the Warriors should win that game. The Kings, the Warriors should win that game, I think. So if you look at the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, the Warriors should win 5 out of 6, I think, with this team the way it's built. And they're setting themselves up for a good run towards the playoffs, guys. I mean, they're right now basically one game behind the Clippers for the 6th spot. They're in the 7th spot, which is a nice spot to be in. If you watch my show, when I had Matt Steinmetz on, we were talking about whether or not the Warriors could get to that 6th spot or if they're going to be kind of right in the 7th seed where we kind of expect them to be. I made an argument that I think they can get to the 6th spot. Clippers are playing good basketball, but right now Clippers 32-27 and the Warriors are 32-28. The Warriors are right there to take over that spot. I do think the Rockets are a little bit of pretenders as well. They're 37-23, but they could drop off. They could absolutely drop off, and the Warriors are right there for 6 seed, maybe even 5 if the Rockets start to go downhill. So guys, be happy. Warriors are doing great. I'm still on a Warrior high even though they lost last night. Kind of frustrating that they lost because I felt like they came back and tied the game a couple times in the 4th quarter. I felt like they could turn the corner and go get that game. They didn't, and it is a little frustrating because there was a couple guys that were off. I think Pajimski was off a little bit last night. He just wasn't seeing the basket as well as I would have liked. I think if he was on, we win that game. So I think right now if I were to place one person that I thought was off last night and kind of could have helped elevate the Warriors into a win, I think it would have been Pajimski. I mean, Guy Santos put up numbers. Buddy Hield is always there, just like, dude, 5 more points, 3 more points, whatever. Get over that. He scored 6 points last night. 6 points last night. If he would have at least scored 10, we would have had a really good shot at winning that game. But we need him in the 15 to 20 point range. We need Buddy Hield to wake up. He is missing a lot of 3-point shots. I like that he's going to the basket. He's recognizing that when his 3-point shot is not working for him lately, he's just attacking the basket and getting easy shots. It looks like he's at least using his basketball IQ to understand that when the 3-point isn't working for him, which lately it hasn't been working for him, he goes directly to the hoop and gets a nice easy layup or a mid-range jumper, which, let's be honest, he's not shooting amazing from the mid-range either, but better than the 3-point land. So we need Buddy Hield to wake up. Jonathan Kuminga coming back is going to be a shot in the arm for the Warriors, even though Butler is already the ultimate adrenaline shot. He has brought this team into not only playoff talk, but finals contention talk here, even though that might be a little bit premature. But look how they're playing, guys, with Jimmy Butler. They're playing tougher. They're playing meaner basketball. They're out there scrapping. They're going for every single loose ball. They're shooting better. They've got their confidence back. Let's keep it rolling. They've got a game against the Hornets, which is very winnable. They should win that game. It should be a good get-right-back game for the Warriors. And, I mean, you look at the way that they've been playing lately, they've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6. 5 out of the last 6. They dropped, if you want to say 5 out of the last 7, but then they won the 2 before that. So 8, 9. So, you know, they've only dropped 2 games in the last 10 games, guys. So, hey, not bad. That's what we're looking for to get back in this thing. They're getting back in it. They're right there. They're right there, guys. It's exciting to talk about the Warriors when they've turned it around. I said it was a long season when they were losing quite a bit. I didn't know if they were going to turn it around, but it all depended on making that trade for somebody who could come in and give some life to this team. Butler did that. Curry looks like a new man. Draymond Green is playing on fire. I mean, everybody is all hands on deck to get this team into the playoffs and make a deep run, and they look like they can do just that. I'll tell you right now, guys, if I'm the Thunder, I'm real worried about the Warriors getting that 6 seed. Real scared, because When the Warriors get that 6 seed, the first round is going to be against the Thunder, and the Warriors play pretty damn good against the Thunder. And now we got Jimmy Butler. We actually played pretty well against them when we didn't have Butler. Now, if I'm the Thunder, I'm scared. I don't want any part of that Warriors team going in the 6 seed, because when the Warriors play a game where you got a 7-game series, when the Warriors are playing that series, Steve Kerr and the Warriors figure it out 90% of the time, maybe more. I'd say more than that, actually. I don't have the exact percentage in front of me, but the Warriors don't lose 7-game series hardly ever. Hardly ever. So, guys, this is a team that can go into the playoffs scaring a lot of other teams. The Warriors play pretty hard against the Nuggets and have fairly good success against the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Grizzlies. The only team that I'm seeing here in the playoff push here on the West in the Western Conference, I don't know why the Warriors don't play well against the Lakers. So that would be a tough series to handle if the Warriors have to go and play the Lakers at some point. But if everything ends up the way I think and the Warriors take the 6th seed, it'll be the Warriors versus the Thunder, the Nuggets versus the Rockets, and Lakers versus the Grizzlies. The Lakers are going to have to beat the Grizzlies, which is a very tough team. So maybe the Warriors can sidestep the Laker team. If the Laker gets knocked out by the Grizzlies, I'd rather play the Grizzlies than the Lakers because I don't like the Warriors playing the Lakers in the playoffs. I don't know why. They don't play well in LA, so I'm not afraid of them, but I'd rather not play them. I'd rather see the Warriors play anybody else in the top 6. But I do think they can get to the top 6. They get 7, great. They have 2 chances to get into the playoffs because if you take the 7 seed, now you have 2 play-in games, not just 1, and you have your odds of making the playoffs that much better. With Jimmy Butler, I really think the Warriors could take over the Clippers. The Clippers start to slide. I don't know that they will, but it's right there. They're almost tied, guys. So this is a race to the finish line, 32-28. They're 32-28 right now, guys. 60 games in. We got 22 games left till the playoffs. 22 games. It's a race to the finish line. It's going to be fun. I really believe this Warrior team has got a chance to make a push at the end. They're peaking at the right time. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching the Warrior Podcast today. I appreciate all of you. We are getting our numbers up. We've got about 4,600 subscribers now. We've had 27,000 views, maybe a little bit more. We're going on to Apple Podcast. So listen out for that, guys. I'll let you know when it's live. I'm setting that up now. So if you want to listen to me on the Apple Podcast, go ahead and do that when I reach out and let you know exactly what that's going to look like, where the link is, what you need to do to search. But usually, most likely, it's going to be Sideline Sports or Sideline Bay Area Sports on Apple Podcast. You will catch me there very soon, maybe even by tomorrow, I'm hoping. So we'll see how that goes. But until then, keep watching the YouTube podcast here, guys. You're going to catch me on Instagram. You'll catch me on X. You'll catch me on Facebook. You'll catch me here. So anywhere you want to listen to my podcast, listen to me. I'm always giving you sports exactly the way it should be, which is honest, upfront, and realistic here in the Bay Area, here in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've had guests on my show now, and I'm going to have them back. I've had Matt Steinmetz on my show. I've had Guru on my show. I have Guru back from 95.7 The Game. Both of them are from 95.7 The Game. I'll have some more guests on my show. We're going to talk more football, more basketball, more baseball. I'm starting to get into hockey. I'm not going to disrespect you guys by getting on here and talking about hockey like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. So I'm going to start watching a little bit more hockey. I used to watch it. I don't watch it anymore, so I'm not going to sit here and talk like I know about hockey. One thing I will say, I watched the Sharks game last night, not knowing much. That goalie sucks. I'll tell you that much. The goalie sucks. The defense sucks. There's no scoring. The team is not good. The team is overall just not good, and that's coming from somebody who doesn't watch hockey very much. But the goalie, not super excited about that goalie. I would imagine they would upgrade, maybe. I don't know. Let's get into that later when I know more about hockey. But for now, we're going to be talking sports all over again. I'm re-energized, back in Cali, ready to keep going. So keep watching the podcast, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent don't work. I'll keep working hard for you. You keep watching. See you in the next one.